and to die for another. Through all the years and all the wars, Americans have never ceased to honor those who gave all. Today, we honor the fallen. We thank them by remembering their sacrifice and remembering, too, that on our first day in the military, we signed up to stand with the fallen forever. This year, nearly 40,000 recruits will become sailors at Naval Station Great Lakes in Great Lakes, Illinois. Well-trained sailors will be ready to take on tough jobs all over the world. They will become a part of America's Navy and Navy Reserve, all part of our global force. And what kind of jobs are these young men and women going to perform? Off the Horn of Africa, our ships are combating modern-day pirates. In South America and the Pacific and around the coast of Africa, our ships are building partnerships. Our sailors are responding to humanitarian crises and disasters around the world. They are in Japan for the recent earthquake and tsunami. They're still in Haiti taking care of the aftermath of that earthquake. They were on the Gulf Coast immediately after last year's oil spill. And recently, our military subdued and eliminated Osama bin Laden, an enemy of America and the terrorists responsible for so much death and destruction. Your servicemen and women are on watch around the world. They're ensuring the security of our nation and the protection of our nation's interest. They're part of the undying tradition of service to our country. They're on watch around the world because they choose to be, because our nation asked them to be, and because they, just like the generations of American veterans before them, are committed to the oath they pledged to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies and to obey the orders of those appointed over them. They took the same oath as many of you, that of a citizen, not a subject, a free individual, not the helpless pawn of the tyrant. That American spirit and has sustained it ever since. It has carried us through every crisis, every challenge, and every war. It is always young men and women who, on the seas and battlefields, at home and abroad, gave and continue to give their service of their lives to make freedom the right birthright of every American. Freedom is a rare gift that must be paid for in its own way by volunteers of its defense. Our nation's first Memorial Day was celebrated in 1868, and it was a day set aside to commemorate the sacrifices of Civil War soldiers. Known as Declaration Day, General James Garfield made the inaugural speech at Arlington National Cemetery. Immediately after, 5,000 people helped to decorate the graves of the more than 20,000 Union and Confederate soldiers buried in the cemetery. It was a day of remembrance. It was a day of honor. Soldiers and sailors and their families kept the torch of freedom and commitment burning brightly. Today, as we celebrate Memorial Day, we do so for the very same reasons. We do so to celebrate those who served, those who sacrificed, those who have offered their lives in the name of freedom. We pause to remember their honor, their courage, and their commitment. Since the Revolutionary War, more than 42 million men and women have served in America's military. More than 600,000 of those selfless warriors died in combat. The actions of these patriots are far more eloquent than any words I can offer. At places like Lexington and Leyte Gulf, at Gettysburg, Anbar Province, and Ramadi, these courageous heroes wrote new chapters in the story of our freedom. When he dedicated the battlefield at Gettysburg in 1863, President Lincoln spoke of the inadequacy of words on days such as today. He said, "The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but I can never forget what they did here." And so it is with us today. The eloquence of words cannot match the power of the sacrifices made by so many. We honor them, we praise them, we remember them. And we do something else too. We acknowledge that their struggle, ancient struggle for freedom, still goes on today. Like rivers flowing to the sea, so too, all the battles in our history are connected to the larger struggle for freedom. The troops in Afghanistan today are the direct descendants of the troops at Yorktown and Normandy. The battlefronts and weapons are different, but the fight is the same. We know that to protect our freedom at home, we must promote freedom throughout the world.